This is Talk Business and Politics with Roby Brock.
I'm Roby Brock. Welcome to Talk Business and Politics Daily. It's Thursday, July 28th. Let's check out today's top stories. A proposal to expand casinos into Arkansas will get a 30-day extension to collect more signatures. Arkansas wins. The organizing committee for the pro-casino amendment will be allowed a cure period to gather more signatures. The move virtually guarantees the measure, which would allow a casino in Washington, Boone, and Miller counties, will gain approval for the November ballot. Nearly 8 months after Walmart moved to shutter more than 100 of its express stores scattered across rural America, Dollar General has said it purchased 41 of the empty stores, including 2 stores in Arkansas, one in Coal Hill and one in Mulberry, both in western Arkansas. Dollar General will relocate 40 existing stores into the former Walmart locations by October. On the earnings front, Murphy Oil eked out a second quarter profit of $3 million, better than its year-ago loss of $73 million. Deltic Timber profits quadrupled to $4.2 million on the strength of a improving lumber and housing market. And PAM Transportation hit record quarterly revenue, but saw net income fall 43% to nearly $4 million. And those are your top stories of the day. You can check out a full read on these articles and much more at our website at talkbusiness.net. A word from our sponsors, and we'll be joined by KATV's Alicia Dover from Philadelphia's Democratic National Convention. Also joining us later, Mary Dunlap from the newly announced Arkansas Coding Academy at UCA. We're back after this.
First Security is here. Only here. So that means we're here, here, and here. Even here. And definitely here. Because here is where we want to be for you. First Security Bank. Only in Arkansas.
Arkansas's most abundant natural resource provides the core asset for Deltic Timber Corporation. In addition to the sustainable yield stewardship of its well-stocked timberlands, Deltic adds value by integrating its efficient wood products manufacturing facilities, as well as through planned development of commercial and residential real estate. Deltic Timber Corporation, creating value for a growing Arkansas.
As she has been doing all week, she is in Philadelphia at the Democratic National Convention. Alicia Dover of KATV joins us. Alicia, good to have you with us again. Let's recap Wednesday night. Lots of big names were there speaking on Wednesday night. Let's start first with Michael Bloomberg, the former New York City mayor, reaching out to independents. What was the gist of his message?
Well, as you said, that's exactly what he did, was reached out to the middle, to the voters that are undecided at this point. And really, he just made the case against Donald Trump and for Hillary Clinton, saying things like, it's not about party loyalty, it's about a love of your country, saying that, you know, Hillary is about reality, not about reality TV, trying to draw those distinctions and bring some of those voters who are currently undecided, hopefully his goal was to bring them over to Hillary's side.
All right, we had Uncle Joe, the Vice President, Joe Biden, Uncle Joe as he's referred to sometimes, speaking a little bit more to his political element. What was Joe Biden's message, and who do you think he was really trying to target?
I think it's no doubt Joe Biden always speaks to the average Joe. He talks to the blue-collar workers out there in America. And, you know, it's safe to say he's probably one of the most beloved people in this entire arena. At least he was last night. I didn't see the crowd react as largely and as lively for anyone else but for him.
All right, and then obviously the President Obama spoke to the crowd last night, his last convention as president. He had a pretty powerful message that was to unite his coalition with Hillary Clinton. What was the effect of his message? How was he received there in the convention hall?
Yeah, I think it was a critical message. And just take a look today at the front of the Philadelphia Inquirer presidential seal of approval. And that's really what it was. You know, the two were rivals, and to see President Obama speak of Hillary Clinton in this way was huge for her. You know, asking his supporters to carry her the way you carried me, and even saying that Hillary Clinton is possibly the most qualified person ever to be president. He said beyond himself and even beyond Bill Clinton, which Bill then stood up and applauded for. So I think his speech, you know, was probably the best of the night, the most well-received, and probably the most critical for Hillary. And as we saw, she came out on stage and the two embrace, something that we probably never thought we would see in 2008.
All right, we got to take a quick commercial break, Alicia. We're going to come back with you with one more question to set up what's going to happen later on this evening. We're back right after this.
Each day, the promise of our nation begins again. Arkansas and America, moving forward. I help make that promise a reality. It's not for everyone, but people everywhere depend on us.
Oh, I love you too, sweetie.
Trucking delivers, or everything stops. And that's what drives me.
I did.
As Arkansas's population grows, so do our energy demands. But with the right mix of resources, reliable, affordable power will always be a reality. These resources are all around us in our rivers, blowing through our trees, even right below our feet. The answer isn't focusing on one resource, it's embracing them all. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas know that a balanced approach to power builds our communities and powers our dreams. Visit themixmatters.com and see why there's power in knowledge.
And we are back here with Talk Business and Politics Daily. Alicia Dover is joining us from the Philadelphia convention of the Democrats up there. Alicia, let's talk about what's going to happen tonight. Hillary Clinton takes the stage. Chelsea Clinton's going to introduce her. What do you think Hillary Clinton needs to communicate to this crowd and to the nation tonight?
Well, look, Hillary Clinton is not Barack Obama. She is not Bill Clinton. And when I say that, she is not the great speechwriter and the great speech giver that the two of them are. She is definitely more analytical. And maybe tonight she has to bring forward a little bit of her personality, give America a glimpse of who she is as a person, who she is as a leader. We've heard all week about her qualifications and about her career. So I really think tonight is going to be a moment for her to speak more about her love of the country and her vision for the country, and bring people together more on a sentimental level rather than an analytical level.
All right, Alicia Dover with KATV reporting from the Democratic National Convention in Philadelphia. Great work all week long, Alicia. Thank you so much for your reports.
Thanks.
And we will be back with more. Mary Dunlap from the Arkansas Coding Academy joins us for a conversation when we come back.
Circuits turn on the lights by making a connection, by closing the loop. At Entergy, we believe our economy is circular too. What you put in comes back. So we invest billions in new infrastructure, which helps attract new industry, which helps create new jobs. We partner with local communities to electrify the economy, and together we power life. Entergy.
At Deltic Timber Corporation, we believe in the responsible creation of communities, in the development of neighborhoods that bring convenience and comfort to life, while respecting the beauty and delicacy of nature. Like the harmonious balance of environment and expansion found in the thriving communities of Chenal Valley and Chenal Downs in Little Rock, and Red Oak Ridge in Hot Springs. Because the best communities in the natural state are the ones that help keep it that way.
Earlier this month, officials with tech firm Matova and the University of Central Arkansas announced they would partner to open the Arkansas Coding Academy. Its goal is to provide education and real-world skills required for Employment in the tech and coding sector. The Arkansas Coding Academy will offer 3-month and 6-month programs and be supported by 4-year degree programs. Joining me to talk technology is Mary Dunlap. She's the director of the Arkansas Coding Academy. Did I get most of that right?
Yep, that was great.
I appreciate that. So that's my succinct explanation of what you guys do.
Perfect.
So tell me where this kind of came from, the Arkansas Coding Academy. You were with the Iron Yard previous to that, so I'm imagining there was some sort of metamorphosis in that respect. But tell me, whose brainchild and how did this come about?
Yeah, so the brainchild kind of came from the Conway Chamber of Commerce, University of Central Arkansas, in a partnership with Matova. And they all said there is a need in this community and there is a huge need for developers in Central Arkansas and then in other pockets of the state. So the Iron Yard decided to leave Little Rock, and they said this is the perfect time to replace that, so we'll go ahead and do it. And they were able to kind of offer some new platforms for courses. So
describe a little bit of that to me, and maybe where these students are going to come from. Do you find them, or do they find you?
So lately they have been finding me. We have had no problem. Yes, it is a very good problem to have. Most of our students come from a background of being kind of underemployed, unhappily employed, or completely unemployed. So they're looking for a way to re-educate themselves, maybe looking for an alternative or something that fits in really well with their 4-year degree so that they can come in and be re-educated quickly and then go back out into the workforce. And most of our students, some of them are kind of the tinkers in the workplace, like the one you call that's the unofficial IT guy or IT girl, or you have somebody that's been really interested in the way computers work or the way websites work and things like that. So that's a lot of our kind of student base.
So we mentioned some of them, it can just take a few months to get you some of the training that you need there. How long does someone stay within the Arkansas Coding Academy before you're going to turn them loose to one of these private employers that claims we need more of these type of people?
Yeah, so they stay with us for 3 months in the boot camp style program, which is every day, Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. So it's like working a full-time job. And they stay with us during that, and after 3 months, they are out into the world with our support to go forth and find jobs.
So they've got the skill set that they need.
Yes,
out of
definitely.
that. And you envision, I guess, some of these partners like Matova, and there's certainly a lot of other tech firms here in Central Arkansas and around the state. You'll have a pipeline, I would imagine, into their HR department.
Yeah, so that's been the nice thing about having community partners, is that they are by no means under any obligation to hire our students. What they do have is first access to them. So we have people that they can contact and say, hey, I'm ready and I'm looking for a job and I really like your firm and what they do, so can I come in and at the very least talk to you, if not interview for a position. So
you're directing all of this. Who's teaching all of this? Where do these instructors come from?
So that's one of the hardest parts, right? So developers in Central Arkansas are very gainfully employed, and I'm very happy for them, but that makes the search for instructors difficult. So for our part-time classes, they'll actually probably come out of Philander Smith College, which is where our first part-time classes will be held. And then our first instructors for our boot camp program are actually coming from Matova.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you envision growing this to some other partner firms beyond Matova in terms of, hey, we could do more because we have more demand if we had more people to help teach and coach this demand?
Absolutely.
That's the goal.
Yeah, so I think that the demand for community partners will continuously grow, and depending on what they tell us that they need, we are flexible and agile enough to be able to change or create a new program based on something that they need if it's really large or whatever we can do to help.
And it doesn't hurt that this kind of folds in with the governor's coding initiative to crank out more high school graduates with this type of background. That's a feeder for you as well, I would imagine.
Absolutely. So you've got, you always have students that maybe want to go to college later or want to get work experience first, or have maybe tried college and it wasn't for them or something like that, and can come into our program and be completely educated in 3 months and then leave. So those programs don't hurt us at all. Oldest person to go through your academy is going to be how old? Just if you had to predict. Would you take a 60-year-old? Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Well, you think about the return on investment for a program. It's only $6,000. They go through the program. Their return on investment could come within 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Mary Dunlap, good luck to you. Thank you for being here to explain it a little bit further.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. That's all for this edition of Talk Business and Politics. As always, we appreciate you tuning in. Thanks for watching. I'm Roby Brock, and we will see you tomorrow.